So, I don't know how many of y'all heard, recently Austin had the honor of getting named one of the top 10 most congested cities in the U.S. Does that shock anybody here? No. Okay, so as Gracie mentioned, we promote sustainable and active transportation. So anything that does involve single occupancy vehicles, so it's driving by yourself. So one thing that we try to promote is bike commuting. One of the big misconceptions people have about bike commuting is that it's going to take forever. However, when you, if you live within 5 miles of your work and you work in the central Austin area, which includes where we're at now, a lot of times it's actually faster to ride your bike. Most times during rush hour, it's faster to ride bike than drive. From my house to my office, it takes twice as long to drive as it does to ride. So, what if I told you your commute can also be your workout? How many of y'all have ever been in this scenario? You say, tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to get fit. Your alarm goes off. You look at Google Maps, and it's like 45 minutes to go 5 miles. And you say, well, I'll wait till tomorrow, or I'll do it after work. So you sit down for 8 hours, you're drained, get back in the car, sit down another 45 minutes in traffic, you get home, you eat dinner, you're exhausted, and you say, you know what, let's do this tomorrow. Well, what if I told you that those same 45 minutes you spend in the car can be spent getting to work, getting your workout in, and saving money and saving the planet? So, aside from getting fit and saving the world, commuting by bike saves you a ton of money. Okay, the average commuter, and this is a U.S. statistic, spends $2,600 per year on gas and maintenance. It's actually a little bit higher in Austin because our traffic problem's so bad. Sitting in traffic really sucks down your gas. A decent commuter bike can cost anywhere between $400 and $1,000. And bike maintenance, all of the maintenance you'll spend for the entire year usually totals between $150 and $200. So, let's say that you buy a $400 commuter bike and you spend $200 on maintenance with it. That leaves you with $2,000 to spend. What are you going to do with all that extra money? You can buy South by Pass with a luxury Airbnb, so you don't have to stay at your house while you go South by. You can stay, I don't know, in Terrytown at one of those houses with the boat garage. I don't know if it'll be that much money you'll save. You can take you and your date to Milan to eat pizza. That includes plane tickets, Airbnb. Milan's actually the cheapest airport in Europe to fly to. Just a side note. And since we're eating tacos, that's 1,000 breakfast tacos per year. Now, I'm not talking gas station breakfast tacos. I'm talking artisan-made breakfast tacos made by a guy with a handlebar mustache whose only ambition in life is to make the best breakfast tacos. That's the kind of breakfast tacos you'll get. So, get to know your machine, ABC Quick Check. This is something that most riders should do every time they get on the bike. A is for air. So, your pump should have a gauge that says pressure per square inch. And the recommendations for pressure is found on the side of your tire. Now, if your pump doesn't have that, another quick way, take your thumb, press it into the tire. It shouldn't sink in. Your tire should be pretty solid. B is for brakes. This is extremely important. You squeeze both your front and rear brake, move the bike back and forth. Neither wheel should roll. If your brakes don't work and you're going down a hill, you're going to have a really bad time. C is for cranks. Cranks are these things right here that attach from your bike to the pedals. So, you wiggle them side to side, they should be stiff, no wiggle. If you spin the cranks backwards, your chain shouldn't be squeaky, and it should stay on the cogs. Q is for quick release. This is what holds the wheel to the frame. This is also very important. You want to make sure that it says closed. It has a little tab that says closed right there, and that it has resistance when you try to pull it open. So it should be so tight that you cannot remove that lever with one finger. If it's too loose, your wheel will come off and you'll have a bad day. So, where to ride? One of the biggest mistakes that new bike commuters make is they say, I know the route I take to work in my car, I'm just going to go the same way on the bike. So this is where we see guys riding down South Lamar on a bicycle, holding up traffic, making us all look bad. So, roads to avoid. High traffic roads with high speed limits. One lane high speed roads with no shoulder. Narrow sidewalks. And sidewalks with high pedestrian traffic. So it's actually against the law to ride your bike on sidewalks downtown just because there's been so many collisions with bikes and pedestrians. And bikes always ride with traffic, not against it. So when you run against traffic. A lot of people new to bikes ride against traffic because they think, oh, just like running. That's actually against the law and you'll probably get a ticket. It's also not safe. It's a good way to have a head-on collision. So, checklist to get started. Helmet, make sure helmet is properly fitted. If helmet has a crack in the foam, so it's got the foam in here, if there's a crack in there, the helmet's not good any longer. So the way a helmet works is it disperses impact when you land on it. And so if it has a crack, it's not going to be able to disperse that impact. A good way to make sure your helmet fits, it's got a little ratcheting system in the back. You put it on, ratchet it down. If you turn your head upside down, unbuckled, it shouldn't fall off. Then you buckle your helmet. Don't ride with your helmet unbuckled because it's basically useless when that happens. It'll just fall off if you crash. Frame mounted pump. This is great in case you flat. Seat bag with a tube and tire lever. Once again, in case you flat, you want to be able to change it yourself. Most Ubers don't allow bikes in them, so you don't want to have to walk to work. Multi-tool, so this gives you all the tools to make an on-the-fly adjustment. It's super hot in Texas, especially in the summer. So you want a water bottle with a water bottle cage. And remember to smile because bikes are fun. Now Gracia is going to tell y'all a few resources where you can buy a cheap commuter bike locally.
So, has anybody heard of the Yellow Bike Project? It's actually not too far from us. They fix up bikes. It's like a volunteer run organization. And they have like workshop hours where you can go and like work on your bike, and there are mechanics there that can help you. And then they also have a women's only night, I think twice a month. And they also have an earn a bike program where if you volunteer for 12 hours, you can pick one of the bikes that they have. So if you don't have one, or if you know somebody who maybe can afford one, that would be a good project program for them. And I also brought some of these little quick guides, which go over a lot of what Jake just went over. They go over the rules of the road, which I'm still learning, honestly. So if you're interested in that, like how to cross at intersections, I didn't know this, but you are required to stop at stop signs. So look, things like that. And I brought a bike and walk map. So this is really cool because it focuses on the east side. So, for example, here we go. So this is 35. This is Southern Illinois Creek Trail, Rocky Creek Trail. It highlights all of the ones, and then it also highlights the roads that are like the most comfortable. So this is helpful to keep if you're planning on going on a ride, know somebody who's going on a ride, for us to like look at because it's really pretty. So yeah, does anybody have any questions or?
Is there a good online resource for mapping out like bull routes instead of driving bull
The
routes?
best resource is Google Maps. So whenever you're in Austin, any major city, Google Maps does a great job mapping out all the high comfort bike routes. whenever you get a little bit more out in the country or in rural areas, the Google Maps isn't as comprehensive. But for getting around Austin, what you do is you type your starting and beginning location, and whenever you hit the direction on Google Maps, there should be a little bike icon. So you have the walk, the car, the bus, the bike. Hit the bike icon, and it'll give you turn-by-turn directions on the most high-comfort bike routes.
Yeah, it highlights the roads in green, so that's how you know. And then the city of Boston also has a bike map online, but it's a little clunky. It takes a while to load because it's on GIS, so but it's still available. But yeah, Google Maps is the most.
I have a question as well. This is kind of random, but if you're, okay, so for like Capital Metro, when you load the bike in the front of the bus,
Yeah.
is that complicated or do you have to pay something
I'm
extra?
so happy you asked
Because
about
like,
that.
I've always
Yeah,
wanted to do that, but I'm like, I'm going to hold up traffic and...
Everyone says that.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
true.
says that. And okay, so they actually have a van decked out with the with the bike rack. So I'm trying to, maybe we should get it over here so everybody can practice. But okay, so on the blue bus, there's two different kinds of bike racks. The one on the blue bus is a crank. So you always want to put your bike on the farthest one, like the one closest to the bus. That way, if other people come who have bikes, there's still enough space. So you load it up, and it shows you like where the front wheel should be. So there's like a little signage.
Front and rear, yeah.
Yeah. So you load it up, and then you kind of have to squat down a bit because the bus lowers. But there's a hand crank, and that pushes up this like lever thing that then hooks onto your wheel. So that's what traps your wheel. And I have a fine time using the crank. It's no problem. And it holds the bike. So. And then once you're ready to leave, you like pull the crank down, unload your bike, and I didn't know this, but you have to raise the bike rack back again if you're the last bike. So to do that, you squeeze the part that's closest to you. There's a little like handle squeeze, and then you just like push it back up.
And the bus drivers will always wait. There's no extra fee, and everything has signage on it. So
Yeah, really quick on the rapids, on the red ones, there's no crane,